Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented auth for our blogging system, and in this video I am going to create a master layout for our custom auth pages. For example, login, register, forget password and reset password pages, etc. So let's start. And for custom auth pages I will be using Bootstrap SB admin 2 forget password, login and register pages, etc. So let's start, and I will move to downloads folder. Right here, let me just show you the preview, the pages I'm going to use. As start Bootstrap SB admin 2 folder, and right here I will just click login.html just to give you an overview. We are going to use these type of pages since I don't have internet connection right now, so you can't see the images, and in this case I'm also going to remove these images right here. Okay guys, so let's start, and I will just start my XAMPP. Okay, it is up and running. Let's access our project. cdc XAMPP htdocs, and our project name is blogging. You will have to tell your respective directory and folder right here. Okay, let's run php partition serve. Okay, so it is up and running. Let's check it out. 127. Okay, so as you can see, it is up and running. Now let's replace, or let's create a master layout for our custom auth pages. So I will move to right here, Sublime, logging folder right here, and I will move to resources, views, and I'm going to right click on the views folder right here, new folder, create a new folder, and let's say its name would be custom auth. That's it. And now I'm going to create a new file right here, new file, and let's say the name of this file is master.blade.php. Remember that blade.php since we are using Laravel. Save. And for now this file is empty, so what I will do, just to show you, give you an overview, I will just open this login.html with Sublime, open with I think I'm blind now. Sorry guys. Okay, so right here I will just copy and paste, and let's call this master blade. Okay, for that I have to create a route, so I will just do Control P in Sublime to search for a file, web.php right here, and I'm going to create a new route. Let's say route get master, and it would be a closure function. Let's close it right here, semicolon, and let's return a view, and right here it would be views custom auth dot master. As simple as that. Okay guys, let's call this route. Since we didn't included CSS and JavaScript, so we will not see any effects related to JavaScript and CSS. Master. Right here you can see the titles, SB admin 2, login, etc. So now let's configure CSS and JavaScript for our master blade. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open Sublime right here, and I will move to public folder. Okay, and right here I will create, inside the public folder I'm going to create a new folder, and name would be, let's say, custom auth. Okay, now I'm going to create 3 folders inside custom auth folder. I will just right click, new folder, and let's say it would be CSS. Okay, now we have a folder inside custom auth. I'm going to create another folder, new folder, JS. That's it. I'm going to create another folder, and name would be vendor. I will tell you why. Okay, that's it. Okay, so in this case, let's move to master.blade.php. Right here you can see we have a vendor related CSS right here, all.min.css. Okay, and right here we have a CSS folder sbadmin-2.min.css file for sbadmin2 related CSS, and we have a JavaScript related to sb-admin2 min.js. So I'm just going to let's access this folder related to sbadmin2. I will move to download folder. Right here, let's copy first. Let's see vendor. Okay, inside vendor we have to access font awesome -free /css all.min.css. So I will go to vendor, font awesome -free etc. css, and from here I need all.min.css. So I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to open another window. Okay, and here I'm going to access my project directory, htdocs blogging and public, and it is related to custom auth. I will move to vendor, and I'm going to paste the file right here. Okay, all.min.css. Okay guys, so let me just close this. Okay, let's move to Sublime. So now in order to call a CSS file in Laravel, what we can do is, let me show you a really effective method. I'm going to write double curly braces, opening and closing right here. Okay, then I'm going to call asset method right here with the commas. Then we have basically when we call this asset method, we are going to get right here in the public directory. Okay, with the help of this asset method, it is going to land us in public folder. Okay, then I have to define a custom auth folder which I want to access. So I will just write custom auth / I want to access a folder inside custom auth. So I will just write custom auth, and in this case I want a vendor folder, because vendor folder contains all.min.css. So I will just write vendor. Okay, and then I will just remove all of these because I don't want to make all these folders. I want to keep it simple. So I will just copy the name of the file, Control X, cut it, / paste the file name right here. So now it is simplified. With the help of asset method, we landed in the public folder. Then I tell Laravel that I want to access custom auth folder, then I want to access vendor folder, and this vendor folder contains all.min.css file. Okay, so now it's time to include this CSS sbadmin2 file. So it is located in CSS, so I will just move to sbadmin2 CSS folder. It is in the main directory CSS, and I will just copy sbadmin2.min.css, copy this file from right here, and move to custom auth CSS and paste it right here. Okay, now we are done. Let's call our asset method once again to call our CSS. We'll write asset, and this time I want to access custom auth, and then I want to access CSS folder, and then I want to access this specific file right here. Just cut it, remove everything that is unnecessary. That's it. Okay, now let's move forward. And in this case, for these auth pages, we don't necessarily need jQuery, Bootstrap, etc., this bundle, etc. So I will just remove these unnecessary files. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now let's include this sb-admin-2.min.js file, which is located in JS folder inside our sbadmin2 folder. Start bootstrap -sbadmin2. So this time I will access JavaScript folder, JS folder, and I will just copy sb-admin2.min.js. Copy, paste it in the custom auth JS folder. That's it. Now let's call our JavaScript. We are going to use the same method for calling JavaScript as well in Laravel. Okay, it is really simple, guys. I hope you guys get the point. Okay, custom auth. This time I want to access custom auth JS folder, and then I need this specific file. Control X, remove everything that is unnecessary, paste. Okay, now let's refresh on our master blade or master layout to see the effects, and now you can see everything is working just fine. Since I don't have internet connection, so you cannot see the image right here. Okay guys, bad luck that I don't have internet right now. So let's continue. And since our CSS and JavaScript is working perfectly fine, now is the time to create a layout. Okay, now our login, register and forget password pages have a separate type of HTML markup inside this container. Okay, so I will just remove this code from right here because I'm going to create a master layout of it. Okay, and this will be a page, specific content. Okay, let's just remove this. Let's align our code. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to create this file as a master layout. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this title right here. And if you remember how to make a master layout or layout with the help of Laravel, what you can say blade components, you can simply use @yield and define the section name. In this case, it is going to be title. That's it. Now this yield function or method, it is going to create a section for us. We will see this in the later steps. Okay, now right here I will just create another section for our styles, CSS, etc. So I will just write yield styles. Let's keep it simple. Now I want another section for our specific page, specific content. I will just write yield and let's say content. That's it. And I need another section for our JavaScript. If we have any specific JavaScript, CSS related to any specific page, we can easily include them in their specific sections. That is the purpose of yield. Okay, and this time scripts. That's it. Okay, so it is, I think it is working just perfectly fine. And to see the effects, I'm going to create another file inside our custom auth right here, and let's say new file and save it, and I'm going to call it new login.blade.php. Okay, now I'm going to extend this master layout to this login page. So what I'm going to do is extends this login file, extends the master layout which is located inside views custom auth. So I'm just going to write with the help of extends method. We are directly landed in this views folder, so we don't need to define views. What I'm going to do is I will define from custom. Since we are inside views folder, I can directly assign custom auth, and inside custom auth this file extend master. That's it. Okay, let's check it, and for checking purpose I'm going to create a route, copy, paste, new login, and it would be a closure function. This time I want to call new login file. That's it. Let's check it out. I will hit the route new login. Okay, so now you can see we have successfully extended our layout, our custom layout. It is up and running. As you can see, we don't have any HTML markup in this file, but we are seeing some background, etc. And this background is coming from right here, master layout. Okay, so now I'm going to create the sections which I defined right here. So I will just write, you can see the title. We don't have any sort of title because we didn't define any title yet. So I will just say section title and @end section to stop this section. Okay, and it is really necessary when you start a specific section, you must end it before you assign any other specific section. Okay, it is really necessary. So we will just define login page. Okay guys, and then I'm going to say section. This section relates to styles, if we have any specific styles related to this login page, and section. Okay, now let's just copy this 2 lines, Control C, right here, paste it, and this time it would be content. Okay, and let's create another one which is related to scripts. That's it. Okay, now let me show you the titles, these sections in the master blade. This yield title section belongs to this section, and this style section belongs to this yield styles, and this content belongs to this yield contents. Whatever we are going to define in this section content, it is going to be right here inside this body class. Okay guys, and our scripts would be right here just below these scripts. Okay, if we have any. Okay, so now is the time that we use our HTML markup from our SB admin 2 pages. So what I'm going to do, I will access start bootstrap SB admin 2 once again. I will open this login.html with the help of Sublime, open with Sublime text. Okay, and I will just copy the necessary code from this div container to right here, closing div container. I will just copy it, copy, and let's paste it right here inside this. That's it. Let's refresh. Okay, so now you can see we have our HTML markup right here, and you can see our title is changed now to blogging login. Okay, and we have our HTML markup right here. Okay guys, so everything is working just perfectly fine, and in this case I just don't want to use this image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this or comment it out. That's it. And also guys, I want to make this form of 12 columns. So let's just refresh, as I just commented out this image. If you have an internet connection, you are going to see an image right here. In this case I don't have internet. Refresh, and you can see our form is aligned to left. So I'm going to make it 12 column, but first let's adjust this form. I want this form div to be of 6 columns out of 12. If you know that Bootstrap grid system is based on 12 columns. Okay, 6. Okay, and let's refresh. You can see the difference. Now I want this form to be of 12 columns, so I will just write 12. That's it. F5, and now you can see our form is up and running, and it is perfectly working perfectly fine. And in this case it is not functional. We are going to make it functional in the upcoming video. So let's move, since we completed our new login page, let's move to new register page. Okay, so I will just save it. Let me check it. Yeah, everything is perfectly fine. Okay, let's close this login HTML right here. Okay, so now I'm going to create another file inside Custom Auth. I will just right click, new file, let's save it, new register.blade.php, save. Okay, and in this case, to save some time, let's copy the content from new login page. I will just Control A, Control C, paste it right here, and let's remove this div which is related to container. Let's remove this, and let's change the section, or sorry, the title for this it is going to be blogging register. Okay, let's make a route to check it out. Control C, Control V. Okay, in this case it is going to be new register. Okay, and the view name is new register. Okay, perfectly fine. Let's access new register. Okay, so you can see our blogging register page is also working perfectly fine. And in order to get the HTML for this register page, I will again move to Start Bootstrap SB Admin 2, and I will open register.html with Sublime. Open with Sublime text. Okay, and in this case I'm going to copy the HTML markup for register page. In this case it is from div class container till the end. Right here I will just copy and let's paste it in the new register blade inside section content. That's it. Save it. Once again guys, it is working perfectly fine, and once again I can't see the image just because of the internet connection. If you are watching this video, this means that you have an internet connection and you are going to see an image right here. And in this case I also want to remove the image from this form right here. The image is related to dog, etc. So I will just remove the image, and for that purpose I will move to new register blade and bg register image. I will just comment it out for right now. Okay, so let's refresh, and now you can see our form is left aligned. In this case I also want to make this div of 6 column, and I want this form to be of 12 column. So I will move to register blade, and since we don't have any row div right here, so I will just copy the divs from new login. Okay, since you are watching this video, if this thing is confusing you, you can rewind and replay it again and again until you understand it. Okay guys, so since we don't have these two div right here in this register blade, so we can't align this form. So I will just, for the simplicity, I will just copy these two divs inside that are inside new login blade, outer row, and class call access6, etc. So I will just paste it right here inside container. And now we need to close these two divs. I will just move to this div class container, let's say at the bottom right here. I will just close these div. That's it. Hope it is, yeah, I hope so it will work fine. Okay guys, now we need to make this form of 12 column. So I will move right here. Let's replace this 7. Let me show you again, this 7 to 12. Okay, let's refresh, and now you can see we have our form up and running. Okay, but not functional. Okay guys, okay, so now is the time to implement forget password page. So I will just move to web.php, and this time I'm going to do it quickly. I will just copy and paste this route, and I will rename this route to, let's say this time it would be new forget. Okay, and right here let's replace it with new forget. That's it. Now let's create another file with the name new forget. New file, save it, new forget.blade.php. remember the syntax guys. Okay, so our page is right here, route is right here. Now let's copy the content from new login page once again, Control C to save some time, and I will just paste it right here. Let's remove this section. In this case, yeah, right here. And in this case, our page title would be forget password. Okay, let's hit this route and check if it is working or not. New forget. Okay, let's change it to new forget. Okay, so you can see it is working perfectly fine. Now I'm going to access start bootstrap SB admin 2 once again to copy the content or HTML markup of forget password HTML from this file basically. So let's copy the div class container from right here to here. Okay, copy, and I will just paste it right here inside new forget blade and inside section content. That's it. Let's refresh. Okay, so you can see our form is up and running, and once again you will be able to see an image right here. I'm just going to remove it because I'm not going to use these images. Okay guys, so I just commented out this image, and let's make the form div of 6 column on every screen, small, large, medium, etc. 6. Okay, and I want the form to be of 12 columns. That's it. Let's refresh, and now you can see we have successfully implemented our forget password pages. Okay, and now in this case we don't have access to our reset password page, so we are not going to implement that specific page right now, but in the later videos we are going to implement that as well with the help of this same master blade that is related to custom auth. Okay guys, so in the next video we are going to make these pages functional. Okay, and that's it from this video. Yeah, everything is working just perfectly fine. Let's get once again. Okay, new login. Okay guys, so we are going to make these pages functional in the next video. I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you. Take care.